Another GTA school board voted against raising the rainbow flag during Pride Month, and it's the reaction of some parents that is getting much attention. Here to discuss is the president of Pflag York Region, Tristan Coolman. Tristan, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having us, Tammie.
You know, the video, if people haven't seen it, so it's the Dufferin-Peel Catholic District School Board that decided earlier this week, the trustees voted against raising the pride flag outside of schools and raising any alternative flag outside of schools. And the reaction from some parent advocates who were outside is something that went online and quickly garnered a lot of attention. What was your reaction when you saw that video?
The reaction really took me back to what we experienced in York Region last year when similar events happened at the Catholic Board with us and the trustees there voting down a motion to raise the pride flag just outside a single office, not even outside of all schools. And there was a very similar reaction from parents, very similar delegations as well, really expressing concern for putting the flag up and what it might mean for Catholic values. And then also seeing, you know, applause there that you see on the screen, a lot of comments and yelling that was just really unbecoming of what we would expect a parent and a caregiver to act like.
Right, and you know, seeing this video here, what does that do for someone who may be at a Catholic school, may be the child of one of these parents who is already dealing with so much, having to see parents cheering on this kind of reaction and this kind of vote?
That's an excellent point. Last year, when it happened at York Catholic, I was with the students who were really leading the charge and leading the delegation. And when the vote turned down, they just burst into tears. And I'm sure students at Dufferin-Peel had that reaction too. And I think these videos and these images really go to show, you know, a lot of arguments been made countrywide when different policies have come up impacting the experiences of trans, non-binary, and gender diverse youth in schools, talking about parental rights. We need to really talk about parental responsibility and the responsibility of these parents to provide a safe and loving household for these kids. And for some reason, we're really not flipping the script on what a parent's responsibility really is in this case.
Having a pride flag outside of a school or even a single office, some people think, well, why does it matter? Why does it matter for the community?
You know, it matters because there are still groups out there who are campaigning against the rights of this community. One vocal group yesterday or in the past few days with this issue, Campaign Life Coalition, they've had a number of statements to say about the movement and about pride celebrations. In her own delegation, Josie, I'm just going to quote her here, says, "It is because I believe deeply, because I love deeply those who misguidedly identify as LGBTQ, that I strongly reject the pride flag and the ideology that it propagates." And later on in the media saying, "We hope it inspires people across the nation to push back against the celebration of Pride Month." Well, decades ago, the pushback against the celebration of Pride Month, it looked like, you know, when drag queens would walk down the street having eggs and rocks thrown at them. It looked like people who wanted to dress in a different gendered clothing being arrested and institutionalized. It looked like people in the 80s and 90s, due to a lack of government intervention, dying of the AIDS pandemic. That's what it looked like, and that's what they probably mean by pushing back to revert us back to decades of inaction long ago. And so that's why it's important to continue to celebrate Pride, because we have groups out there who'd rather take us back decades.
You know, instead of focusing on all the negative, I did want to look at some of the positive and some of the progress that has been made, particularly in York Region. Tell us a little bit about what is happening tonight and tomorrow as well in York.
Yeah, tonight we're celebrating our first trans march in Newmarket, and tomorrow the Pride March and Pride celebrations on Pride on Riverwalk Commons in Newmarket as well. It's a really incredible celebration. We have the honor this year as Pflag York Region being the honored group at York Pride, and it's something that we are celebrating because it really speaks to just our efforts with advocacy lately. We've developed a lawn sign campaign with our national partners at Pflag. That's available at many chapters across the country. You can get a hold of your own trans-affirming lawn sign. We've developed our own workshop to challenge queer disinformation as well that we'd encourage folks to sign up for and get to our website to organize a workshop for your community, because there's a lot of disinformation out there from groups like Campaign Life Coalition, from other groups as well, who are trying to attack this community in a renewed form and fashion that we just haven't seen in decades. And it's important for us to meet the moment, and we need especially our allies there. there are more allies watching right now than there are community members, and we need them all to attend, to act, and to support us.
Absolutely. All right, Tristan Coolman joining us from Pflag York Region. Thank you so much for joining us, and congrats on being, Pflag being the honored guest at tomorrow's York Pride, which is wonderful as well.
Thank you very much.
All right.